Thank you for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked, a special Route 66 episode. And I should say very special because I am standing in the area within like a 20 feet radius of when Route 66 was born here. You'll see signs all around Springfield, Missouri, where I'm at right now, that say the birthplace of Route 66, and rightfully so, because I mean it didn't necessarily start here, but the idea was hatched here, and I'll tell you more about it, and just I'll show you two buildings that had a lot to do with it, so come with me. So this is where the Colonial Hotel once sat, and I will go ahead and show you the marker. It's gonna be kind of hard to read, but because it's been out here all this time, but the Colonial Hotel, hailed as one of the most modern hotels in the world when it opened in 1907. For more than half a century, the Colonial Hotel served as an anchor for downtown Springfield and hosted nearly every type of social gathering scheduled in the area. It was also a temporary home for many celebrities and politicians who visited Springfield and the Ozarks. Just right here. How about that? And pretty much it talks about just the architectural part of it. So by 1986, the Colonial was donated to the Southwest Missouri State University Foundation. In December of 1986 to August of 1997, the foundation explored and considered numerous options, wanting to, you know, restructure it and redo the whole building, but those efforts failed, and well, demolition came in late 1997, sadly. And just across the street is the Woodruff Building, and I'll have definitely more on that one because that has a lot to do with Route 66. All right, so this is, I guess, the official birthplace of Route 66. This building dates back to 1910, and this indeed was the first skyscraper of Springfield, Missouri. But in 2014, it was converted into an apartment building, which it is today, and it's called Sky 11. It was originally built with red bricks, but after World War II, it was given a new look. And during its early years, it had a lot of law firms, kind of familiarized with a lot of downtowns today where it's mostly lawyers' row. So who was John Woodruff? Okay, so he was the first president of the US 66 Highway Association. Now, 1926 was an important year, obviously, for obvious reasons, because of November of that year, Route 66 was born, and it was official in all states that carried it. April 30th of that year, a group of businessmen led by Cyrus Avery of Tulsa and John T. Woodruff of Springfield sent a telegram from Springfield to the Bureau of Public Roads in Washington, D.C. with a suggestion of 66 as a number for the new Chicago-Los Angeles road. A return telegram on November 11th confirmed the name, and thus Springfield, Missouri became the official birthplace of Route 66. Okay, so it is official. And Woodruff, as a result, was elected the first president. A lot of people over here riding motorcycles or motorbikes. Ooh, that baby's loud. I hope that guy's wearing earplugs. But anyway, his office was on the 7th floor of this building, and he built this in 1911, even though the source I just said 1910. What do I know? And this was dedicated on my birthday. How about that? It was on my 20th birthday, September 22nd, 2001. Pretty cool. So before Route 66 and other major highways, highways were usually given a name, not a number. But it wasn't until the mid-20s that all the Congress and all the government officials, they wanted all the streets to be named by number. So Cyrus Avery he had the original idea of naming it Route 60. Well, that idea apparently was taken because there was a highway on the east coast of that same name, which ironically, that same highway has intersected in Springfield. It's about 5 miles from here where I'm standing. So another idea was Route 62. Well, that didn't seem to be a good idea. They wanted something more catchy, like Route 66. So that's what happened. They wanted it to be catchy, like I said, and to this day, I mean, without Route 66, I wouldn't even be doing this video. So one piece of information that was important that was in the telegraph, there was something that said, regarding Chicago to Los Angeles Road, if California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Illinois will accept 66 instead of 60, we are inclined to agree to this change. We prefer 66 to 62. And then that was when they signed the telegraph. On August 11th of 1926, the state highway departments of the 8 states that 66 runs through were officially notified, and that the designation of 66 was accepted by the Bureau of Public Roads. And then it would, like I said, it would become official on November 11th. And here's another little piece of trivia there too. In 1927, it was given its nickname called the Main Street of America because Route 66 did run through a lot of main streets, small towns and big cities throughout those states. So pretty cool. So up that way is the town square, and I will show you a plaque that dedicates the 66th anniversary of Route 66. Follow me. All right, now I'm in the Springfield town square, where, you know, basically it's a town square. Route 66 does go all the way around it, and this is now I'm staying in front of a plaque where the city of Springfield erected one for the 66th anniversary of Route 66. So let's take a look at that. I have to do some math here to figure out what year that is. Okay, it was 1992. Well, yeah, this is pretty awesome. I mean, to commemorate the official birthplace of U.S. Highway 66, the Main Street of America. Pretty cool. And as one would expect, this is the downtown district, and it's got a lot of cool historical stuff, and there's a couple civil rights ones over there, and there's also 2 markers over there that deal with the Civil War that happened in Springfield. There's also some shops, even though it does kind of seem empty today. And that is the History Museum on the square. So yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea of, you know, I'm sure a lot of festivals are held here. And not too far from where I was at, I thought I'd show you this interesting structure. Now, this was a TV show that was around before I was born. In fact, it ran from on ABC TV from 1954 through 1960. This site stood the Jewel Theater, originally known as the Jefferson. Erected in 1910 by Harry Jewell, this was the home of the nationally telecast Ozark Jubilee, seen from 1954 to 1960. Starring musical legend Clyde Red Foley at the Jubilee, favorably introduced millions of viewers to talented Ozarkers and inspired those viewers to travel to the Ozarks, where they experienced the beauty of Springfield and the entire area. I thought I'd add that on as part of this video, just because. While you're in Springfield, Missouri, there's a place a few blocks east of Sky 11, or the Woodruff Building, the Springfield Route 66 Visitor Center. Just check their hours before you come here, but it's a good place to stop. You got some brochures and they got some souvenirs, so highly recommended if you are on a Route 66 trip. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Springfield, Missouri, near the downtown part. And also, this is a very special Route 66 episode. And I know I say very a lot, but this one is a very special one indeed, because this was where the idea of Route 66 was born. And so it's very cool to be here, because this just happens to be part of my journey as I head into Oklahoma. So I am Jason. Happy travels, signing off.